let me bring in Rajat Sethi now on this. Sound bites come in. We are seeing women karyakartas of the BJP also on the street. You know, it is perhaps this election management in many ways also, Rajat. While other party is maybe just looking at just setting the agenda, here is the BJP which ensures that its voters are motivated enough. While there is emotive issue, there is also a mix of that election management. That's why we call this an election winning machine, winning state after state. 2024, look at the results, and after that 6 states, elections held 4-1 by the party, and now a clean sweep across Maharashtra local body elections.
This is why, Maria, when you and Rajdeep were discussing that, the 3 top leaders, Prime Minister Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, and the BJP current president did not go to the state of Maharashtra, but you forget that all the other second-rung leaders from every single state, from Tamil Nadu till Uttar Pradesh, we saw all the chief ministers go in, all the general secretaries of the BJP party go in, address various constituents within the state of Maharashtra. It was as if Maharashtra is going into yet another state election. That was the hunger and the appetite and the organizational discipline that we need to go for every single vote, be it whatever level of election. Where did you see that seriousness from the opposition benches? I mean, they did not even hold one meeting together. I mean, also, I had to have a look-up table to see which city, what alliances are the opposition parties getting into. It was so confusing. So imagine from a voter's perspective, here is an opposition which is fragmented. They can't even sit together, even in dire situation. You have no campaign whatsoever. I mean, the 2 Thakres came together, but they barely did any rallies together. The momentum was lost. They've been together for almost a year or so. They only came together on a stage, on a platform together so late. And then on top of that, you have BJP, who has ensured that right from the Yuva Morcha Karyakartas all the way to the main party, every single leader, big or small, is out on the streets. This does a huge difference to the morale of the cadre and building a family together which works together, fights every fight together. So all of these things become that extra edge which BJP, with a hindsight benefit, you can say BJP is, it is money power, and you try and basically belittle the effort that BJP puts in. But, you need to see that fighting spirit from the opposition. Minus that, you cannot accuse the party that you're using Sam Dam Dandabhed alone.
Anish, if you look at the number of statewide rallies and the big sabhas that were done, Devendra Fadnavis, 37 in all, Eknath Shinde, 54, 25 public meetings, 29 road shows, Ajit Pawar, 25, Uddhav Thackeray, 3. Joint meetings in Nashik, Thane and Mumbai, Raj Thackeray, just those 3 joint meetings. That's how it has been. Congress, no big sabha. If there are no efforts that are being made by opposition, then why should they expect different result?
Maria, honestly, I think that we cannot ignore the fact that we were outspent 10:1 and at ratios even higher than that in these elections. We know that for local body elections, often the trend that continues from the state elections, particularly when those elections have been held not too long ago, does sort of continue onto local body elections. We cannot ignore that there was a tactical decision made here to focus on door-to-door campaigning to ensure that we reached every household instead of spending time on large sabhas that may draw audiences but do not garner votes. Now, I think many decisions can be thought of as the right ones or the wrong ones in hindsight. Hindsight is always 20/20. But I think it's also impossible to ignore that in such scenarios, all of the messaging that was going out from these grand sabhas was not one of development, was not one of the future of our cities, was not focused on the issues that a municipality has to take care of. I mean, of course, you need big leaders campaigning, but why does a big leader like Amit Satam, who used to be a very sensible gentleman, have to keep making the statement time and again that no Khan can become a mayor of Mumbai? Do they forget that Dayabai Patel, the son of Vallabhbhai Patel, who was not a Marathi Hindu, became the mayor of Mumbai? Do they forget that Simon Fernandez, who was a Konkani playwright, could become the mayor of Mumbai? Do they forget, and Rajdeep, you pointed out, that Yusuf Meher Ali could become the mayor of Mumbai? So in a campaign that was based primarily upon dog whistling in these large sabhas, I don't think the absence of large sabhas is a result
Anish,
of
besides
bad
the large
strategy.
sabhas, there was that reach out that happened also to each and every Mumbaikar in many ways as well. Can we, is the opposition not really getting their political opponents, their strategy, how much effort that the BJP actually puts in? You have an Eknath Shinde who has opened up his house. He is available even at 2 a.m. for his Karyakartas. On the other hand, are the Thakres largely missing, largely not available or accessible?
But you do also
That's
have
the
a
challenge
Sharad
for the
Pawar.
opposition here.
But you do also have a Sharad Pawar or a Supriya Sule who are available at their house whenever people want to go. Even today, if you want to go meet Pawar sahib, you can rock up at either Silver Oaks or the YP Chavan Center or 6 Janpat and meet him. So if accessibility was going to be the only determinant of success in an election, then we should have done a lot better than we're doing right now. So I think, of course, each of these factors individually can contribute to these losses. But it'll require a lot more thinking to figure out what is the main sort of problem that took place here. If I have to hazard a guess, it's going to be the fact that the opposition did not manage to come together for these elections. Perhaps we'd anticipated that they would look different from your sort of state elections. We know that in the past, opposition parties and the government alliances have fought local body elections separately, whether that was the NCP and the Congress fighting separately earlier, or the Shiv Sena, UBT, and the sort of Congress fighting separately now. But perhaps it was required to come together against this sort of mammoth force that we have going up against us to be able to deliver on results that would at least secure us a few municipalities.
Okay, so we have a big newsmaker joining us now. Rahul Narvekar is the Speaker of Maharashtra Assembly. So he is a BJP MLA, one of the young leaders that we have been talking about, Rajdeep, the generational shift in the BJP. He is an MLA from Kolaba Assembly constituency, presently the Speaker, became the Speaker in 2022, continued also in 2024. So the message that is coming in here is that the generational shift that we talk about, also at the central level, you have the BJP president in Nitin Nabin, a young leader from Bihar, who's presently the working president, will be formally chosen as the party president on 20th. Rahul Narvekar here, right here. Rajdeep, please come in. How are you looking at these numbers? Not just BMC, pan Maharashtra, it is BJP and its alliance all the way.
These numbers clearly demonstrate the trust and faith that Mumbaikars have on the Bharatiya Janata Party, its leadership, Shri Devendra Fadnavis ji, under whose leadership we have contested this election. And this is a vote for development. This is a vote for progress. This is a vote for making the lives of Mumbaikars better. Mumbaikars have seen the outstanding coastal road that has been completed, the Atal Setu, which is the longest sea link sea bridge in
Uh, Mr. Narvekar, if you can hear me, yeah, we've lost him. He's of course on a Zoom from his residence at the moment. He is the Speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly. The fact, Maria, is that Devendra Fadnavis, I think, will be given his moment. In all the usually after a big BJP victory, all the credit in a way is given to Prime Minister Modi. But in this election, Prime Minister didn't campaign, Amit Shah ji didn't campaign, Yogi Adityanath didn't campaign. In fact, all the leaders who came in from outside were the likes of Maithili Thakur came in to attract a targeted Bihari audience, or you had a Manoj Tiwari come in, but you didn't have the so-called big leaders. In that sense, Devendra Fadnavis took the entire responsibility almost of the campaign. So I think it's interesting to see how that's going to play out in terms of the BJP's politics. Will Devendra Fadnavis now be on the front row in a way of BJP leaders? When we refer to the next generation of BJP, often the names that are cited are usually Yogi Adityanath and Amit Shah ji. They are seen as the top two in a way. After Modi, who, if that question is to be asked? Now you'll have to somewhere think of Devendra Fadnavis as well, because he has managed to, in a way, establish the BJP in a difficult state like Maharashtra as the party number one. Gujarat, relatively, you could argue, even before Mr. Modi became Chief Minister, BJP had already become the party number one. In Uttar Pradesh, under Kalyan Singh, BJP had dominated UP politics for a brief while. Now you've got Devendra Fadnavis. So Fadnavis's role will be interesting. I was mentioning this because Rahul